Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey and Scotty's Beverly Hills mansion where Michael J. Fox used to live. And
Not
thank
really,
you,
but yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you, Max, for the super chats. $5 for 5 goals. Victory bucks. Get the and Crew Brews pouring. LGD! Exclamation point. As we're streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network, presented by and Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. How are you, Scotty?
Hey now. Yeah, doing good. It's a 2 for Tuesday over here because we took 2 and we took 2 away as well. We got 2 and we took 2.
2 solid
4 points. What's that?
2 solid points.
2 solid points. That's right. Yeah. That's right. And we didn't let the Islanders get 2, so this is a 4-point game here. Number 20 on the season against the Islanders, the old Icelanders. Uncle Lou back in the building. Home game for the Devils. Like we said, last game against Buffalo, 7 goals, 8 players with points. How are they going to follow that up? Curtis Lazar's back. Eric Halla is out. And the Isles, they got the goaltending with Sorokin and Varlamov. It was Sorokin in net tonight. Let's talk about it over here. Hello to everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, X, Twitch. Oh, yeah, the refs were terrible. We'll talk about that a little later. The Devils going streaking. We're going streaking up through the quad. God, everybody's doing it, honey. Can we stop and get some White Castle? The game started out with both goaltenders sharing some really big saves over here. Sorokin started out with a huge leg one that was, look at this, started by a big hit by Jesper Bratt in the corner. Allowed the puck to go around the back to Nico, passed out in front to Palat, but Sorokin came up huge, and then Vanacek at the other end making a big stop on Clutterbug, also right out in front. We had an interference call on Dawson Mercer, which probably could have been another twofer right there, because it looked like Pajo kind of took a dive on Dawson Mercer just sticking his hand out. Apparently that is, sent him flying. But either way, the Islanders start the scoring off at, 5:16 of the first period. They get a power play goal. So one area we're still suffering on is that penalty kill. Bo Horvat, not someone that you want to have be left alone on the side, but it was really good puck movement by the Islanders up at the top with Dobson and Barzell. And Horvat was in the face-off dot for that big blast that we're used to seeing Jesper Bratt pull off, and Horvat got it in there. I don't think you could really fault Vitek Vanacek on that one. Power play goal, Horvat his 6th at 5:16 of the first period, and then Devils get their own power play right after that, and you're thinking, okay, Islanders have a craptastic penalty kill. This is going to be easy pickings for the Devils. But they do not convert on this one. And why? You know why. Islanders goaltending. Sorokin, again, coming up huge. We had a great chance with Jack Hughes moving the puck in to Tyler Toffoli down below the goal line. He then passes it out to Nico Hischier, who's parked in front of the net. He slams one, but Sorokin gets the leg down. Nico didn't get it up. He kept it on the ice. Sorokin put that leg down, and then the rebound kicks out right to Jesper Bratt, who's at the right of the goal, and he puts this shot just over the crossbar. So the Devils do not convert on that power play, but not too long after that, they do catch the Islanders in a change, and it is Mikey McLeod on a partial 2-on-1 with Alexander Holtz. They're both driving to the net, and Mikey, instead of passing across, because Holtz was covered, he decides to rip a high shot, glove side, past Sorokin. 1-1 game, all tied up. That's McLeod, his fourth, coming from Curtis Lazar, who had himself quite a little game tonight. Even strength goal at 10:29. After that, the Devils took a slashing call, but their penalty kill came through on that one. And we go into the second, tied up at 1-1. And this play, this whole sequence over here is started by Vitek Vanacek in goal, making some huge saves down there in the Devils' end, and it springs the rush with a 2-on-1 with Jack Hughes and Dawson Mercer. And Jack decides to go past this time right across to Dawson Mercer, and whoo, baby, does he put one high, top shelf, glove side again. And I mean, it was barely, just like perfect, right there in the corner. I think it kind of bounced right out afterwards, hitting the top, the underneath of the net. Man, what a nasty shot that was. Another even strength goal for the Devils. Even strength. Who are these Devils? An even strength goal. What's going on here? Dawson Mercer gets his fifth from Jack Hughes, his 18th assist. And holy Toffoli gets the secondary assist. That is his 8th on the year. 2-1 Devils at 4:19. But just about 4 minutes later, the Devils hit kind of a little sludge. And I think it put a lot of Devils fans a little uneasy here. 4 goals in 4 minutes and 41 seconds. It starts out with Matthew Barzal getting behind the defense. I think he actually, if I'm not mistaken, he fell down, and then Colin Miller lost him, and he gets up, and Barzal is already like behind him. Tough one, but apparently Miller got benched after that until we suffer yet another injury that we'll talk about in a little bit. But Barzal gets behind the defense, pure breakaway, and he buries it kind of mid-high glove side against Vitek Vanacek. 2-2. Game is all tied up. And then at just over a minute later at 9:40, Cal Clutterbuck gets his third. This is the one that bounced off. A little puck luck bounce over here. It was also hard work by their fourth line. A bit of a scramble in front, and the puck goes off of Mikey McLeod's skate. It's credited to Clutterbuck there, his third. And then, holy geez, another deflected puck. Pajot, wide open, puts it past Vitek Vanacek there at 13:05. So 3 goals in 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Lindy Ruff pulls Vitek yet again. This is what, second or third time now he's been pulled? And I don't know if a lot of these goals are really his fault. I think you heard Jack Hughes in the postgame. They played like crap in front of him in the second period. Devils had a bad second period. Not good. Not good. They get a penalty. They get a power play right at the end. Do nothing. They had a power play with I think it was exactly 2 minutes left to go in the period. And they did nothing on it. So not feeling good. Going down, you're down 4-2, going into the third period, and then Dougie Hamilton doesn't come out of the locker room. So who knows what in the hell is going on with him? Got to find out. Hopefully our good friends Erica Wachter and Bryce Salvador will have an update, and we can pass that along to you really soon. But yeah, not what you want to see. Dougie Hamilton not coming out. Yet another injury for these New Jersey Devils. But they got their leadership back. They got their captain back. You got Jack Hughes getting into the swing of things. You got Dawson Mercer picking it up. Holy Toffoli has been solid all year long. Jesper Bratt, we know, went into that little mini slump there, but now he's back out of it, playing really well. And these Devils leaned on those guys and their new secret weapon, Brendan Smith, who, by the way, went back to playing defense because Dougie, got injured, and, of course he took a penalty later in the game, but whatever. put Brendan back to forward. Call someone up. Please, please let him keep playing forward and not defense. But here in the third period at 5:08, we get yet another. Yes, I said another. This is 3. There's 4 on the game altogether. The third even strength goal of this game from the New Jersey Devils, and starting the comeback, it is jumping Jack Flash, Jack Hughes. And Sorokin made a big save on Jack, actually at the start of this sequence, on a backhand right and tight. And then Brendan Smith does a smart pinch and keeps the puck in the zone. All right. Dawson Mercer eventually gets it, and he throws a wobbler rolling puck across ice to Jack, who just let it fly. I mean, he just whoo! And that bad boy, I mean, you heard that ping because it went off the inside of the post. It kind of like ricocheted its way. I thought it hit the post and came out, but it actually hit the post, went on the other side, and then popped out of the net. But I mean, you heard that ping just echoing throughout that arena. Jack Hughes gets a nasty goal. His 7th of the year at 5:08 coming from Dawson Mercer. His 3rd assist, and Brendan Smith, new secret weapon, his 2nd assist of the year. That's at 5:08. After that, we had a terrible call, I feel like, on Jesper Bratt. Interference call where he was trying to not be offsides, even though he was. He was trying to stop at the blue line. Pretty ridiculous call in my mind. Whatever, it happened. Okay? Jesper Bratt's in the penalty box. Then, with about 55 seconds gone, Barzal hooks Kevin Ball. Okay, get Barzal off the ice, no problem. I'll take that. 4-on-4. And then, about 15 seconds after that, Jack Hughes gets tripped up in the offensive zone, which means the non-overtime 4-on-3 power play, which you don't get to see very often, for 43 seconds. And it didn't take the Devils long to get that PPG power play goal. And who's it coming from? The captain, Nico Hischier, making his presence felt once again in this game at 11:10 of the third period. The captain, my captain, he ties it up with this power play goal. And this was really Jack, Luke, and Toli Toffoli, at the point on this 4-on-3. Nico is just parked right in front of the net, and they're just passing it back and forth all over the place, waiting for the right opportunity to let that bad boy rip towards the net. Eventually, Toffoli gets it back to Luke, over to Jack. Boom! It goes right there. Sorokin makes the save, but Nico doesn't have anyone covering him on this 4-on-3. He is right in front, and it's an easy backhand tap in for the tying goal, his 4th of the year. Woo! Does it feel good to have Nico Hischier back? And now you have a completely different feeling throughout that arena. Well, the doom and gloom from the end of the second period after 3 Islander goals in 4 minutes and 41 seconds has been completely erased. Although, we don't want to give up 4 to 5 goals a game, but that's a defensive point we'll talk about in a little bit. After that goal from Nico, that's when our man, Brendan Smith, back on defense, took a tripping penalty. He was actually calling for a penalty on, was it Romanov? I can't remember. Holtzy and I think Lazar it was in on a 2-on-1, and it looked more like the skates got tangled than it was a trip. But, Brendan Smith was trying to politic for a call on the Islanders. No sale. And Smith to the penalty box, but Akira Schmidt, who came on in relief for Vitek Vanacek, made a huge pad save, closing up that 5-hole right at the very end of that power play. And it happened because what I thought, now see, this is the one I didn't get to see a replay on. At the end of that power play, Tierney was forechecking in the Islander zone. And I don't know if it was just me, because he did like this crazy like spin and like fall into the boards. It looked to me like he probably got tripped But surprise, surprise, no call. And there were a couple other just bad missed calls both ways, tell you the truth. So Akira Schmid comes up huge because that kind of turned into like a 5-on-3 rush with Tierney down behind the Islanders' net. Schmid makes that big save, energizes the entire arena, and then come on, Weapon X. Do some mole rats. Logan, Weapon X. Brendan Smith, 2 big hits on Islanders captain Anders Lee. One, he catches Lee with his head down. If you notice as well, Untruba-like, Brendan Smith didn't finish his check by putting his forearm out and into the face of Anders Lee. He kept it down towards his body. Oh, you mean a shoulder check with his shoulder? I don't know if Jacob Trouba's ever heard of that before. But either way, Anders Lee doesn't like it, and I don't blame him. He got hit pretty hard over there, so he gets up and he charges back to Brendan Smith, who is by now has skated over back by the bench, and he comes flying at Brendan Smith. Brendan Smith sees him, and he gets those feet planted, and Anders Lee tries to check him, and Anders Lee goes flying back the other direction. Brendan Smith put him down on his ace twice in about 15 seconds, and then Anders Lee says, all right, let's go. And I love seeing it. Brendan Smith dropping the gloves, throwing a little Donnybrook action. Nothing crazy. It was a pretty even fight, I think you could say. Both guys got a couple punches in. Anders Lee had a bad bloodied nose. I think that was from the first shoulder check that Brendan Smith got him with. I don't think it was from the fight. But either way, it was fun. It was fun. It was kind of that good hockey fight that you like seeing. Anders Lee didn't like getting hit. Brendan Smith said, all right, let's do this. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. It energized the Devils. I think it energized the Islanders as well, seeing their captain do that. So good for both of them standing up. And in the long run, whenever that happened, it was pretty late in the game. If you're going to tell me you're going to take away Brendan Smith for the end of the game and Anders Lee, yeah, okay, I'll take that. No Anders Lee for the rest of the game, I'll take that trade. No problem there. 100%. So the Devils looking like they're going to head into overtime with this 4-4 tie. But the man who returned tonight says, no way. We're ending this bad boy now in regulation. And after he gets his assist earlier, Curtis Lazar gets the game winner tonight. Another even strength goal. 4 out of 5 tonight. Even strength. His 4th on the year. This was a great zone entry by Mr. Mikey McLeod, who had a solid game himself. He brings the puck into the zone and goes all the way around the net. He comes back out the other side, and he's able to feed Kevin Ball, who's at the point, who doesn't waste any time. He sees a lane. Boom! Lets that shot fly. It gets through to Sorokin, who makes the save. And then you got Lazar on the left side and Holtzy on the right side. Lazar ends up getting the puck, and he tries to do a backhand pass across to Holtz on the other side, but it hit Romanov's skate and deflects into the net before it can get to Holtzy. And no matter what, Alexander Holtz was swatting at that puck to make sure that it crossed over that goal line, but it already did before he got a stick on it. Curtis Lazar gets his 4th at 19:37 of the third period from Kevin Ball and Mikey McLeod. McLeod, Lazar, Jack Hughes, Dawson Mercer, all with Dawson Mercer, all with multiple point games. Devils come back 2 down in the third. The comeback kids are here again. 5-4 New Jersey Devils and Nico Hischier. Wow. You know what we say? Devils had a fever, and the only prescription was more Nico. Getting the job done for this team. Boom, give me that cowbell. Devils win. Shouldn't have been this close, but it was. Hey, Sorokin's an all-world goaltender. And let me tell you, the Devils probably should have had a few more on the board if it wasn't for Sorokin. Shots on goal for the Devs, 8, 10, 15 for a total of 33. Islanders, 9, 11, 7 for a total of 27. Devils with the hits again. Barely out hitting the Islanders, but still using that physicality. 20 to 18. The Islanders had 22 block shots. 22. The Devils only had 5. Power plays, Devils 1 for 4. Islanders 1 for 4. Devils had the edge in the face-off percentage. They won 31 to the Islanders 22. 4-point game going our way. Want to know what you think about it? On YouTube Live, Facebook Live, X, Twitch. And we're going to turn it over right now to the king of the football calls, who is down in the bunker, the dungeon of Mrs. Wu's palace, talking about this game right here. It's Sam, by God, Wu.
What a game, Scotty. They came back. They pulled their goalie, Vitek Vanacek.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Max just sent us a little update about Dougie Hamilton. Upper body injury. Lindy said he couldn't play. Max's explanation is I can't even say it.
Oh, brain injury because he ain't using it.
Oh man. All right. Okay, so we got to see what's going on with Dougie now.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing. Okay, we don't like to make light, injuries and all that, poke fun.
Yeah.
But I get it. So Vitek Vanacek gets pulled today. In comes Schmid.
Yep.
And the comeback. But can you?
Sorry, Codex is saying that if Brendan Smith plays another good game, he's going to get promoted to Chicken Nuggets manager up in the 200s concession stands. So he's going to get a new name tag that says manager.
I swear to you, Scotty, I believe this team actually listens to this podcast, because as soon as we call them out, they try to make us look pretty dumb. I mean,
he's been playing great. Keep him at forward though. If Dougie's going to be out, call up someone call up Cal Foot. I don't care. Do not put Brendan Smith back on defense. He's playing so well on that fourth line forward. Please keep him there. What happened when he back to defense? Took penalty in the third period. So keep him at forward.
Well, you know what? It makes a difference. I mean, look, he's a tough player. He had to drop the gloves tonight. Brendan Smith. He at that forward position, it gives you that 11 forward, 7 defenseman type strategy, because in case you have an injury, which did happen, you just slide Brendan Smith as an emergency defenseman. I don't know what they call it, the E-Doug. I don't know, or E-Doug.
Keep him at forward.
Yeah.
Keep him at forward. Call up Cal Foot and keep him at forward.
But seriously, but I think the player of the game to me. Do you know who I'm gonna say it is? Do you have any idea?
It's gonna be someone random. So, is it Vern Fiddler?
No, it's Alexander.
No, not Vern
Holtz.
Fiddler.
Alexander. Holtz.
Okay.
Let me tell you that Jack Hughes' goal in the third period, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before Smith, Mercer, and Hughes got on, that fourth line was out, and it was Alexander Holtz on the fourth line, just absolutely forechecking and completely wore down the Islanders. They were relentless, and I'm thinking, okay, here we go. They are working and working and working. And I believe they just tired them just enough before the Hughes line came in and just really just upped the pace by a mile. It was like they brought the energy, and it was just contagious. And as soon as the Hughes line came out, you knew it was they were going to score. And that was a great shot. Great shot by Jack Hughes. But if you go to the replay and you watch the shift before, you could feel the momentum starting to go the other way in favor of the Devils. And just remember, they're down by 2 goals early in the third period. But that's what it takes. And I thought Dawson Mercer played well, but Alexander Holtz played out of his mind tonight. I'm surprised he
Sorokin stopped him on a couple of good opportunities.
Yeah.
Sorokin had a big glove save on him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he had a deke move, and he was shake and bake, and he was showing his offensive talents, but also he was skating. He was skating so hard, and I think Alexander Holtz, again, don't look at the fourth line as being the least talented line. Look at the fourth line as that energy line, the line that can just elevate the rest of the team's game, and that's exactly what they did in that sequence. So once they got that third goal, they're down by 1. Then the power play happened, and then it's just nice to see Hughes, Nico on that, and it was just magic. Now you have a 4-4 tie, and then, again, Curtis Lazar, the dirty goals, right? Just put the puck on the net. Don't fool around. Yep. Don't screw around with the puck. Put the puck on the net. Sorokin's a world-class goaltender. You got to buy him. 5-4, 20-something seconds left. You seal the deal. And again, bad start to the game, but they just came on strong. They didn't get down on themselves. And mind you, they did it without Timo Meier. They did it, partially without Dougie Hamilton. I know I've been harping on Hamilton, but he does take up definitely a good, a spot on defense. Brendan Smith, just, again, you can put him anywhere. There's a reason why he's in the lineup. A lot of us were shaking.
You can put him at forward in the fourth line, not on defense. No more defense for Brendan Smith.
Scotty, if Ball gets hurt and another, you're telling me you're not going to take Brendan Smith off of defense, offense, and put him on D?
No, because he can't play defense. He's horrible at defense.
Scotty.
He's much better at forward. Look at the metrics. It's not pretty, and it hasn't been good.
I know it's not pretty, but when a guy on the blue line goes down, are you going to really double shift your players all night long?
I mean, for the moment, yeah, that's fine. But they need to call someone up. If Dougie's going to be out for some,
I'm talking about
some
in-game
games,
situations. You put
in-game situation.
Brendan
That's a different
Smith,
story.
That's what I was talking about. You put Brendan Smith at forward. Somebody gets hurt, or you never know. Kevin Ball could get a 10-minute game misconduct, and then there's an injury. Suddenly you only have 2 pairings. That's why you have Brendan Smith as forward, as an emergency defenseman. That's what it seems like it's happening right now.
I'm fine in the emergency basis only.
I never said.
No, thank you.
I never said start Brendan Smith because we were the ones that wanted to put him in the concession stands. Just remember that. And it seemed to have worked. He doesn't want to be in the concession stands. Keep him close.
He does not want to be. Yeah, I think he burned his finger on some of that chicken finger grease. And he's like, no more. I'm going back to the ice. I like the cool instead of the hot up here in the 200s. But yeah, I mean, I think he's been playing really well as a forward. I think the physical presence that he brings has been really good. I think that he doesn't have to be as responsible defensively is a really good thing for him. And I definitely see a chemistry with Luke Hughes and Colin Miller. Even though Miller did end up getting benched tonight after the Barzell goal. He came back, though, in the third, and he played pretty well. And I don't know why Lindy sat down Kevin Ball for a period of time there in the second period as well. So, Johnny Danks.
I was trying to
super
get
chat.
Button.
Woo!
Woo! All
right. But, yeah, I don't know. I think this little switch has reinvigorated Brendan Smith, and I like the way he's been playing there. And I like the way Luke Hughes has been playing defensively lately. I've seen a lot of improvement. You know Luke is going to bring the O, but is he going to bring that defense as well? And I feel like in the last, 3 or 4 games or so, his defensive coverage has increased tremendously.
Luke Hughes, he is a stud when he's skating.
Yeah.
It's Niedermeyer-esque, isn't it?
It really, dude, I was thinking the exact same thing when he skated up the ice, and I think I don't know if it was the first or second period. When he went coast to coast, I was like, man, he just blew by everybody, too. He just left him in the dust. And I was like, that is like old school Scotty Niedermeyer right there.
Yeah, you know what? It's such a pleasure, almost a privilege to watch just how smooth he is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like his motor is endless, where he has so much energy. And just remember, he's a rookie. Like when Luke Hughes was first drafted, we knew he was going to be good. But at the same time, I know a lot of us was thinking, okay, did we just pick him just because it was Jack's brother or not? He could be the best. He could be the best defenseman in that draft, and Owen Power was picked number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Give him 2 years at Michigan, and then now he's in the big club, and wow, Luke Hughes. He's just getting better and better and better. And it's like, I'm starting to forget about Damon Severson and Ryan Graves a little bit, but we thought that the Devils' Achilles heel this season was maybe those rookies, the inexperience, but Luke Hughes he's on another planet. And the chemistry between him and Jack on the power play makes it even more special to have the primary and secondary assists of Nico Hischier's goal. I mean, they basically gifted Hischier right there, and all he had to do was tip it in.
Yeah. No, that was probably the easiest goal Nico Hischier will ever score in the NHL.
Against a good goaltender, too.
A world-class goaltender.
Yeah.
In Sorokin. And no, Steven Angle and Max and everyone else, I do not think we're getting Corey Perry. I think let's not even go there.
I already said my thing during pregame about it, and I'll say it again.
I can't stop singing. Connor's mom has got it going on. I'm in love with Connor's mom. I feel bad for Bedard, though.
Yeah. I feel bad for the family because they didn't ask for this. They had nothing to do with anything. It was just a fake news, false rumor from a meme that probably came somewhere that somebody thought it'd be funny. It went viral because all of us idiots were like, what?
Mm-hmm.
But, again, and Beachmaster, I talked about this in pregame, Scotty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I talked about it in pregame that, I didn't really appreciate that Carolina Hurricanes fan that did that thing with Sebastian Aho photoshopping his head over Jack Hughes' dad, and then his mom. Remember that during the playoffs,
right? Mm-hmm,
It's like if they're not involved with anything, why are you going after family? And here we go again. With the Blackhawks GM, basically having to keep his mouth shut for the last 4 days, and then finally would be able to speak. What's true and what's not. It was just kind of bad. But
that organization has not had a good track record in the last 10 years.
All Gary Bettman had to do was pull their first overall pick, and this none of that happened. It's just.
But everything else that happened over there as well, that got Quenneville, banned for a little bit there, and it's man. They gotta clean that up, especially for a franchise like that. It's been around forever. You know, they had such a good run with those cups. Oof. You hear about all the stuff going on behind the scenes there. Not good. Not good. So clean it up, Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, and but get
Connor's
back to
mom's got it going on.
that is something you would play on the morning woo as one of those like little jingles. Hey, maybe January 5th. Maybe we'll start singing that in the stands on January 5th.
What was Bill's mom's name from Bill and Ted's Excellent? Missy, when his dad married the girl that was in his high school, when he's like, "Hey, Missy, I mean, Mom." Oh man, good golly. But enough of that. Back to the Devils. Good win for them today. This was looking very ugly for a second. I know I wasn't the only one out there thinking, "Oh, great, here we go again." Pissing away a game that we should be winning. Another 4-pointer here. Important game in the conference by a team that's now above us in the standings. Here we go. Letting it fly. 3 goals in 5 minutes. Are a lot of them VTech's fault? Nope. Poor defense. But that should show you, hopefully what's the word I'm looking for? Gumption of this team, that they can dig down deep and they can get it done, even without some of their top stars out there. In a third period where obviously we know there's no Timo Meier, there's no Eric Halla, and now there's no Dougie Hamilton. So this is a team that can dig down deep and go to those resources. And man, when they want that offense to fly, they can fly. The defense, still a little suspect. Maybe not even a little suspect. Very suspect. But that offense is just powerful. That's right, Beachmaster. The Nico effect. Oh, man. Beachmaster. I'm telling you, you're going to watch more of that Nico in your hockey team. Max's Timo is skating. Supernova, yep. Timo and Halla, those are 2 big empty spots right over there. I know we complain about Dougie Hamilton defense, but Dougie Hamilton offense is something to cheer about. Survey. Timo better be back in a few games. I hope he is. The Nico effect. I like that. That's a good one for a t-shirt. RME, Nolan Foote is still injured as far as I know. Cal Foote, I don't think is. Nolan Foote has been injured since the start of the season, from preseason, and has yet to return. I do believe Cal is playing, though, down there at the age. Or I could be wrong on that. Johnny Danks wants to know if Sam Wu will be at American Whiskey on Friday for the Sharks-Devils game.
It all depends. If I can, it's going to be tough for pregame. I know Shorts Guy is going to try to make it for game day. Mm-hmm. In terms of Devils After Dark, it's a very good possibility. Johnny Danks. So I'm going to tease you there. And I know
come
Peter
on
Seifert,
down. Go ahead.
I know Peter Seifert, has been asking. I just simply don't know my availability and schedule on Friday yet.
Sam Wu's a busy man.
Yeah.
We all do have jobs and things like that. Woo Bucks can only take you so far in life, unfortunately. If Woo Bucks were a better better currency over there. I could quit my other job and just do this, but for right now, gotta work a full, gotta run a full timer, and then
I may have to get a GoFundMe or something like that.
a GoFundMe. Samu has a salad date on Friday. That's right, Phil.
Don't talk about
salad
food
date
right now. I ain't eating in
with Brendan Smith up there in the 200s concessions. That's what's going to be going on. Brendan's going to make some chicken fingers, and then he's going to go down and hit the ice and play some wing. See, chicken wing. There you go. That's we should have seen that all along. He needs to be on the wing.
Beefalytics.
There you go. It's basic poultry, Sam Wu. Basic poultry.
Why are you talking about food
Brendan
right
Smith? Will the GoFundMe be in Woo Bucks? Probably. Oh, Surf says we should have an OnlyFans site. Sam, the king of the OnlyFans. I think the only problem would be there'd probably be only one fan, Mrs. Wu. So I don't know how much income that would be bringing in right there. Only Sam's. Oh man, that's too good.
You guys are too funny.
Too good. We need to show Lindy that meme. Oh, Lindy, the old gambler. Smith will own Purdue chicken one day. And St. Pollock, next time Lindy pulls the goalie. There it is. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to pull your goalie and go 6-5.
And the Islanders.
Womp, womp, womp. The Devils should beat the Islanders, though. The Islanders have been playing pretty good lately. What are they like? What was it? I saw it in pregame. Was it they're 3-0-3 in their last 6? So, but a lot of that is goaltending for them. But tonight, they scored. They put some points up on the board. Good for them. But they could not withstand the force that is this Devils offense. And you can't say that the Devils just did everything on the power play. They only had one power play goal. 4 even strengths. And that's a good sign. That's something that we really haven't talked about a lot lately. We've been saying, oh, even strength. But the fact that they are generating so much more even strength pressure and scoring is a really good sign for this team. And as we've mentioned, no Timo Meier, no Eric Halla, now no Dougie Hamilton. We didn't have Nico Hischier for a while. We didn't have Jack Hughes for a while. Now I know they're back, but the fact that, we know they're going to have a deadly power play. But as Sam Wu alluded to a little bit earlier today, the emergence of one Alexander Holtz being a consistent player, creating offensive opportunities, and then not being a defensive liability. He's been getting on those back checks. You see him being a physical presence out there. He's showing you why, and I always forget, I always screw this up. He was the 7th pick, right? Or the 6th? Was it the 6th or the 7th? Sam always corrects me. 7th. He's showing you why he was a 7th pick in the first round, 7th overall, in one of the deepest draft classes, man, in a long time. Mm-hmm. In a long time. Alexander Holtz is someone who I think is going to be a really, really good player for this team for a long time. And he adds that depth scoring, especially when you get a Timo back and you have Holtzy down there on that third line. Whew, man, they are going to be nasty. Serve, you're right. That shot's got weight to it. Brendan Mackey, I love you too, bud. 4 years. Man, is that how long we've been doing this? Has it been 4 years? Holy jeez. Can't believe it. Time flies. But it's a hell of a lot of fun. And if you didn't see, there's a lot of rumors out there. Mr. Fitzgerald starting to make some phone calls. Hey, how you doing over there? Heard you got a goaltender you might be interested in. Heard you got some defensemen there, Calgary, that you might be interested in parting ways with because they don't want to sign with your team.
Is that how Fitzy talks?
Devils get a little healthy? Yeah, that's how he talks. Ever since he moved to New Jersey.
Okay.
Once the Devils get a little healthy, they reestablish themselves a little bit further up the standings. Go and make one of those moves. For me personally, I would love to see defense first and shore that up. But, if Fitzy can find a superstar stud goalie as well, that'll help some of the issues. You can let Akira Schmid develop a little bit more. Vanacek take a little bit of the pressure off of him. But for me, man, would love to see more defense. And I know Tanev and Zadorov over there in Calgary are just looking for a way out. And it seems to be a former Flame that just happens to be having a damn good season over here with the Devils in Tyler Toffoli. So we'll see what happens with Fitzy. But you can read all the rumors. Our buddy Beer Baron, he loves the rumors on Twitter, or X, sorry. How many tweets does he text us during the day, Sam Wu?
About 75. And they're all burner accounts or making up crap. I mean, he was on the Bedard watch, the Corey Perry Bedard watch. Beer Baron. Did you hear what happened? Did you hear what happened? Every day. Did you hear what happened? What happened, Beer Baron? Corey Perry. He did something to someone's mom. Can you believe that?
Connor's mom's got it going on. All right, we're going to wrap this bad boy up here because we're going to be coming back again for another, yes, believe it or not, another back-to-back session happening for your New Jersey Hockey Devils this week, Thursday night and Friday. Wait a minute. Who are we playing on Thursday? I forgot already.
Flyers. The Flyers.
We play the Flyers on Thursday. And then who do we got on Friday?
The Sharks.
Oh, the Sharks. Right. The Sharks. Again, two teams Devils should beat. So this is a nice opportunity for them after that rough stretch to really bounce back, find their footing, and solidify themselves with some confidence. Get healthy and keep pushing forward. And we had a little trip up last year. So maybe that's what this year was as well. And the boys getting into the back of swing of things and start pushing towards those playoff spots.
Woo!
Which we know it should be. We got another super chat. I'm sorry.
Max is on the super chats all night long. It says Dawson Mercer deserves a beer.
Dawson Mercer deserves a
2
beer.
goals in a row.
Hey guys, I scored 2 goals tonight. Maybe I can get a beer.
Nico, you're back.
A little Van Crew beers.
Yeah.
Nico's back. We can celebrate, Nico. Why don't we go to American Whiskey
Nico,
and see Peyton and Alejandra?
Nico, can you buy me a tower? I'm big boy now.
Can you buy me a tower? Sam will put little red lights on the top. They're like goal scoring lights. Can you buy me a tower, please? I'm 21 now. Oh, yeah, we'll see old Fabian on Friday.
Oh, very
yes,
nice.
Deadman and his always flush face. Yes, but the one thing they can't do is make Mackenzie Blackwood look like a Marty Brodeur in goal on Friday night. Please do not do that, boys. Please. Pepper him. Oh boy. But we'll find out what happens. Happy for Zetterlund. I haven't kept up too much about San Jose and what they're doing because they were so just awful at the beginning of the season. But everyone out here has been all Kings crazy because the Kings have been doing really good again. With Byfield really starting to kick into gear. So either way, the Sharks will be in town Friday, and the Philadelphia Flyers will be in town on Thursday as the Devils wrap up this homestand. We'll be back to talk about it. Game Day Live with Vinny Parisi, Shorts Guy Sam will be happening Thursday, Friday. Yours truly, Scotty, and the King of the Football Calls. Sam will be along afterwards for Devils After Dark. And don't forget, State of the Fan Address tomorrow night, Wednesday, with Nick Villano from Pucks and Pitchforks. So we got an action-packed extravaganza of Devils hockey going on all week. Even on the off days, we get Nick Villano, Pucks and Pitchfork style, with State of the Fan Address. So yes, please do tune into that. And can't wait for this Thursday game. These winning is contagious. Those good feelings that they give you, right, Sam Will?
It is contagious. I feel like a winner right now.
You feel like a winner.
Yeah.
Everybody feels like a winner.
I definitely feel like a winner. I know Brendan Smith
Well, thank
does.
you, everyone. Brendan Smith should. He's a winner. A winner. Right? Did I say that right? Yeah. Whatever. I'm getting out of here. Sam Wu, turn it over to you for the final goodbyes. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you to all those tuning in, dropping the podcast at midnight. Devils win 5-4 over the Islanders. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mikey's the big winner.
Who's
the big winner here? Sam Wu's the big winner.
Let's go, Devils.